In this video, we're going to look at polar coordinates. Polar coordinates is an alternative coordinate system. You already know one alternative way of representing functions or just equations, relationships, and that is parametric equations, where we have this third variable t, which x and y are based off. Well, polar coordinates is not like that, but it's another way of doing it. So here's how we do it. In polar coordinates, what we do is we define, instead of an x value in terms of a y value, or a y in terms of x, or x and y in terms of anything else, we focus on the distance from the origin, which we call r, and an angle made with the x-axis, or the initial lines, it's sometimes called, which we call theta. And our equation gives us what r is in terms of theta. So, for instance, we could have r equals theta, which would mean at any instant the distance from the origin is the same as the angle that this line is making with the origin. Or we could have r equals 2. So that is just where, regardless of what theta is, the distance to the origin is always 2, or we could have more complicated ones like r equals 1 plus cos theta. Let's head over to GeoGebra and explore what these even look like. So let's start with a very simple one, which is just r equals 2. Now, you'll notice already this looks quite different to normal because I have this set up with these circular rays rather than a grid. So here's why. What we're saying is, as an angle theta varies, and here it's quite small, but here is a little slider representing theta. As this increases, I would like the distance to the origin to always be 2. So let's go and have a look at what this looks like. What we see is our point just spinning round as theta increases, but the distance to the origin is always 2. Now, it probably won't surprise you to learn what this shape actually looks like. So if we now trace this here, you'll see this is describing a circle. So in polar coordinates, r equals 2 is an incredibly simple way of representing a circle centered at the origin with a radius of 2. Now, what we can do is we can actually track what's happening to the angle. So you can see here, the angle is increasing. It starts from 0 and it's going to go all the way up, we're measuring in radians here, all the way up to 2 pi before starting again. Okay, let's have a look at a more complicated example. All right, so here we've got r equals theta. So maybe you can have a guess at what this one might look like. Well, if we set this one off, here's what it looks like. Now, if it's tricky to see what's going on, let me add the angle in. As the angle increases, the radius also increases. So if we pause this at a certain point, like here, what we have is an r value of just over 2 and an angle of just over 2 radians. So how do we plot this point? We would simply have measure an angle of just over 2 radians round from the x-axis and then draw a line out, or rather measure a distance out of just over 2. And as that angle increases, well, so the distance increases. Now, what shape is this making? Well, if we trace this one, you'll see. This is, in fact, let's just start it again. So as we start this, you'll see this is actually tracing out a spiral. And it's a slightly unusual spiral, but it's one where the distance from the origin is just equal to the angle at all instants. So as this spiral grows, you see, this is a relatively complex shape, certainly one that might prove pretty challenging to represent using just x's and y's and Cartesian geometry. But in polar coordinates, it's very, very simple. r equals theta gives us the equation of this beautiful spiral. Okay, now let's look at one that's yet more complicated. It's r equals cos theta plus 1. So you can see that we're already starting at this point here. And that's because when the angle is 0, well, the distance to the origin is going to be cos of 0 plus 1. Cos of 0 is 1, plus 1 is 2. Now let's set this one off and see what it looks like. So Well, it looks like this. So let's trace this one and see what shape it actually describes. So this rather unusual looking curve is called a cardioid, and it's a real classic in maths. Beautiful shape, and again described by the simple equation r equals cos theta plus 1. And again, just to help us track what's going on, here's the angle you can see growing at a constant rate. And each instant, we are simply working out how far from the origin we need to be in terms of that angle. Now, when we talk about the actual curve itself, like what is the polar curve, what we're talking about is this blue curve we've got here, not the line. The line is just to help you sort of visualize what's going on. When I have this here, that line is not part of the curve. The curve itself is this blue shape we get. It's all of the, basically the locus of the points which satisfy this. Okay, let's look at one more example. So in this one here, we've got r is 3 cos 5 theta. So this is going to be quite fun. Take a look at this. Okay, well this one seems to be flying around all over the place. And what is the shape it's describing? Well, let's trace this point and let's see. Well, what we're getting here is a rather beautiful sort of flower shape with petals. And I mean, understanding why it looks like this is a bit tricky when you first encounter polar coordinates, but once you get your head around it, it sort of makes sense. Cos of 5 theta is going to do 5 loops round the board as theta increases from 0 to 2 pi. So that sort of explains the 5-fold symmetry. Now the fact that it's 3 cos 5 theta tells us why the tips of these petals is all the way out at 3 units from the origin, and it keeps going back to 0 because, well, it keeps going back to 0 because cos of some values is 0. All right, so that is what these polar curves look like, and this sequence of videos is all about exploring the mathematics of these rather beautiful curves. So with that simple concept of defining distance from the origin in terms of an angle with the x-axis or initial line, we can create all these wonderful pictures. So we'll start exploring that in more detail in the next video, so see you there.